The trucking industry is one of the most heavily regulated industries in the United States, only behind aviation. There has been a recognition by the federal government and others of how dangerous a tractor trailer is to the motoring public and how dangerous the operators of tractor trailers are to the motoring public. As a result of that, South Carolina has minimum insurance limits for all of us if we operate a motor vehicle, a regular car, an SUV, on our highways. And those limits are $25,000 for bodily injury, $50,000 for each occurrence, or $25,000 for property damage. That's not sufficient for the injuries that are caused by a tractor trailer in a significant tractor trailer collision with a car. As a result, at some point, the federal government realized, mainly through the Department of Transportation, that the $25,000 limits for this state or any other state, the minimum limits, are not sufficient to cover injuries suffered by individuals that have been involved with a tractor trailer. As a result, pursuant to the regulations by the Department of Transportation, the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations, tractor trailer companies must carry a policy of at least $750,000. In many instances, that's not even sufficient when a tractor trailer has collided with a motor vehicle and caused serious injury to an individual. As in most cases where you've been involved in an incident through the negligence of another person and it's no fault of your own, a lawyer can help you navigate that and get through that, and should be retained at the very beginning, because this is what we do. This is what we do every day. We advocate for people who've been injured, who don't understand the system, and most importantly, we prevent them from being taken advantage by insurance companies. There are a lot more issues at play. There are a lot more potential evidentiary things that will come up later should you get into litigation and trial that need to be taken care of from the outset. Tractor trailer companies are required to keep certain documents, and those things I have found over time, if not preserved early on, very soon after a collision occurs, have a way of disappearing. Tractor trailer companies have taken advantage of a provision in the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Regulations that essentially allows for the destruction of records 6 months after a collision occurs. The loss of that information and data is critical in a case when you're trying to understand why a tractor trailer collision occurred to begin with. Why did this tractor trailer, did this heavily regulated industry end up in an accident with you where you have been injured? Reasons for that accident can be explained with things like the hours of service logs, where you have violations of the hours that govern the time that a truck driver is allowed to operate a commercial motor vehicle. And so by retaining a lawyer in the beginning, we send a letter to the trucking company and say, hey, we want to look at this data, we want you to preserve this data, and we want to start to understand why this happened to begin with.